toward success. This book has just given you a huge head start. Cassandra Arson, author of The Declutter Challenge and Cluttered Mess to Organized Success. Part 1. Introduction. Instead of finding time, make time. This is a mantra that has stuck with me for years. Perhaps it's not congruent with Einstein's theories about space-time. I'm a blogger, not a physicist. But it certainly is an inspiring reminder that with a little bit of effort and careful planning, you can create time, almost as if by magic, to do the things you love, spend time with the people you love, and design a life you love. I'll be honest with you. I haven't always been good at time management. Actually, I used to really, really suck at it, and procrastination was the name of my game. I firmly believed that a few extra minutes of sleep were worth rushing into school past the bell, and I treated due dates as due dates. In middle school, I would complain about homework taking up my entire evening, without realizing that maybe, just maybe, I would get it done faster if I didn't have my phone glued to my hand to text my friends every 2 minutes. So you see, I felt like I was working hard. I was stressed out, check. I had a packed schedule, check. I was exhausted and caught every single cold that went around the school because my immune system took the brunt of my poor self-care habits, check. Let's take stock of where I was at. I wanted to do well in school, but in reality, I was sinking all of my time into unproductive study habits and investing way too much time and energy into my grades. I wanted to spend more time with my family, but in reality, I always passed on doing fun things with them because I couldn't possibly imagine fitting them into my weekly schedule. I wanted to develop my hobbies, but I said yes to absolutely everything and used up all of my energy on an assortment of activities that hardly brought me joy. I was busy and outwardly successful, but frazzled and not all that productive. I decided that I needed to make a change. In high school, I began following different bloggers who shared tips on an organized life and started experimenting with my own planning and organization methods. I bought cute little agendas to write my weekly tasks in, and even fashioned my own, far less cute, paper planner with scraps of plastic and hole-punched paper. The extent to which these experiments actually improved my productivity is debatable, but I took great pride in my color-coded creations. The summer before my junior year, however, I decided to take a different approach. Rather than categorizing my tasks by every imaginable attribute and spending hours designing planner layouts, I simply wanted to see where my time was going. Yeah, I knew I was busy, but busy doing what exactly? I downloaded a time-tracking app as an experiment and started tracking every minute of my day. My friends were a little confused when they saw my graphs and charts. Wait, how does this app know when you go to the bathroom? I entered all of that manually. Seeing exactly how I spent my time forced me to get honest with myself regarding my systems and commitments. Once I identified where I was sinking too much of my time and where I needed to invest more of it, I dove headfirst into the world of planning, productivity, and organization. I combed through articles and self-help books, deploying further experiments to test the different methods I learned about. Everything from the Pomodoro technique and Eisenhower matrices to time blocking and eating the frog. We'll get to that later. As I picked up my favorite techniques and began to implement them, every area of my life started to improve. I was able to get things done faster, maintain good grades with far less effort, relax and recharge with family and friends, and start the Bliss Bean in 2017. Design a life you love. The story of the Bliss Bean. With this new passion for personal development, I suddenly started looking at every area of my life through a lens of improvement and optimization. I wanted to understand not only how to be more productive, but more specifically, how to work more efficiently on the right things in order to design a life I loved. Of course, I won't claim that my entire life changed the moment.